Right, so welcome everybody, and thank you so much for persevering with me with difficulties here. And welcome to the launch of the Linked Business Mastermind. I think I know most of you, but there might be one or two people that don't know me, and there might be other people that watch the recording that don't know me. So just a bit of background about me. I run the Guildford Business Hub, which is a local business group for to provide the knowledge and expertise to help you start, build, reboot, or grow your business. And with COVID, we've moved from meeting physically to meeting online using Zoom. And going forward, there'll be an online option for the hub, and members can join there and get all the knowledge and sharing and stuff from the hub. I also run Linked Business, which is my business coaching business with a particular focus on LinkedIn. Why LinkedIn? Well, my background originally was project and program management in the city. In 2003, I was made redundant and I set up a business with a former colleague. And we thought, well, we're great project managers. We'll just set up a business and we'll get work. It'll be no problem. But of course, it doesn't quite work like that. You have to learn how to run a business and you have to learn how to market it. So we had a real roller coaster ride for about 7 years before we got a bit sick of the ups and downs and went back to corporate life. At which point I closed that down and started Arrow Management as a new project management consultancy. And I went and joined various marketing and business masterminds and groups and learned how to build, run, grow a business. And one of the first things that I realized was that LinkedIn was the perfect business platform. It was the platform for growing a business. So a combination of LinkedIn, blogging and Twitter, and creating content that was valuable for my users, I turned that into a six-figure plus business for the next 6.5, 7 years. But then I had a couple of health scares, decided I was fed up with regular commuting to all sorts of places. I'd done sort of 18 months of weekly commutes to Edinburgh, then other roles where I was backwards and forwards to Edinburgh, and not for the full week. I did a 6-month role commuting to Oslo through the middle of winter, which was great fun.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a nice place, though.
Oh, it's a lovely place, but flying in and out flying in on a Sunday night and flying out on a Friday night is not much fun when there's not much sunshine. Lots of
I did it for 8 months, Alan.
Yeah, I did it for 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what that business taught me was how to use LinkedIn effectively. So when I decided to stop commuting, and my ex-wife and I started to grow property businesses and a motorhome business, I was using LinkedIn in the background and starting to train and coach people how to use LinkedIn. And that's what I do a lot of the time now. And that's where this Linked Business Mastermind has come from effectively. So just a little bit of background about LinkedIn. It started way back in 2003, about the time I went into business. And I was one of the early users. It predates Facebook and Twitter and has outlived the likes of Bebo, MySpace, and many others. It's been profitable since 2006, with the majority of its income coming from job ads, although they have moved to other ads and also to paid subscription. Microsoft bought it in June 2016 for $26.2 billion. And a lot of people thought, oh, that'll be the end of LinkedIn then, because they remembered how Microsoft had bought Nokia, I think it was, and that had gone downhill. One of the phone companies, and that went completely belly up afterwards. I thought, well, maybe this will be the end of LinkedIn. But actually, it was a very shrewd purchase by Microsoft because they could see the linkage to their online world with Office 365 and various other online products like their Dynamics suites for customer relationship management and accounting and that sort of stuff. So it's been a very shrewd move for Microsoft, but they've also been starting to restrict the amount of free stuff that you can do. There's a couple of people somebody typing in the background. Perhaps you could go on mute, please, and feel free to come off and ask questions if you want anyway, any time throughout. But if you could keep on mute, so there's no background noise for the recording. Yeah, so it was a very shrewd move by Microsoft, but they're now restricting the amount of stuff you can do for free, encouraging you to buy paid subscriptions. But for most small business owners, what you can do for free is still plenty enough to help you grow and build your business. You don't necessarily need a paid for subscription. So why should you use LinkedIn? Because if you're in the professional services of any sort, in business of any sort, when you try and connect with somebody, not necessarily through LinkedIn, but at a networking event or anywhere else, just ask Mr. Grover this. He's the arch stalker on LinkedIn. Whenever he goes to a networking meeting, while everybody else is talking, he's busily looking up everybody that's on the meeting on LinkedIn and inviting those that he's not connected to connect. So everybody in business uses LinkedIn to find out who they're talking to, find out a bit of background about the person, about the business, etc. So you need to make sure you do yourself justice on LinkedIn. So you really should be on there. You should be focusing on LinkedIn to some degree or other in your business. Now, another good reason why you want to use LinkedIn is it can demonstrate your skills and experience. It can get you noticed. You can demonstrate what you and your business bring to the table for prospective clients. You can use it for research to find potential clients. You can use it for research to find partners, suppliers, etc. But you need to have a strategy. And you can't, it's not just like going on Facebook and throwing a few ads out there or a few posts out there. You've got to have a strategy and make sure that your profile is aligned to the strategy. And that will change over time, perhaps. So you really need to be on the ball. It's a really effective tool, but only if you use it properly. So people will find you based on the strength of your profile, based on the quality of your interactions on LinkedIn, and based on referral from your connections. So you really need to be connected to all of your customers, all of your suppliers, all of your partners, so that they find it easy to refer you to other people in their network. So, there's some really powerful reasons why you should be on LinkedIn. Now, learning to use LinkedIn, there's a number of ways you can learn or have learned to use LinkedIn. There's my presentation has. There we go. All right, so that was supposed to come up at once. Anyway, there's the self-taught, maybe by picking up a guide like my 9 key points, or perhaps coming to see me speak or somebody else speak at Expo. You may have attended a workshop like my LinkedIn Mastery workshops, or you might have bought an online program like my Linked Mastery accelerated one-to-one coaching or group coaching. So you might have bought an online program with or without group coaching. So there are a number of different ways you can learn to use LinkedIn. But the problem is that learning actually just takes place at a point in time. You've had all that learning up to now, and you put some of it into practice, perhaps. Some people are better at putting things into practice than others. Some people attend a workshop. I think they've got it absolutely nailed. Excuse me. And then go away and then start to struggle with actually how to implement what they've been taught or what they've been told at a workshop or at a seminar. And that's really the problem with that type of learning. You get to today, and how do you actually implement it going forward? And how do you keep yourself current? How do you keep up to date with what's working on LinkedIn? How do you leverage what you've already learned? And that's really where you get the benefits of joining something like the Linked Business Mastermind. Because in the Mastermind, you're going to get weekly calls. And in those weekly calls, we're going to have new features explained to you. You're going to have changes on LinkedIn explained to you. You're going to have your questions answered. We're going to cover specific topics and explain them in detail. So we might, for example, in one of the weekly calls, we might have a focus on how to get good recommendations. So I'll do a little 10 or 15 minute talk maximum about that. Then I'll answer supplied questions that anybody's already asked, and then I'll open it up to the call to ask any other questions. And what we'll do is the calls will alternate between talking about a specific topic one week to being a ask me anything type situation the following week, and we'll alternate those around. And you'll have the opportunity to say what topics you want to be discussed in those alternate weeks. So if a number of people are saying, well, I really want to understand how to use video better, then we'll have a little session on how to use video effectively on LinkedIn, and then answer specific questions on that before the next week opening up to just sort of general questions. So weekly calls helping you get the most from LinkedIn and what you've learned about LinkedIn. There'll be a LinkedIn group, and obviously with a group you get a community. So you can learn from what other people are doing. You can ask questions in that group, your experiences in that group. And of course, I'll be in there supporting and answering questions on a daily basis, providing all the support from my many years of using LinkedIn effectively to grow businesses. So it's going to be a really great group there. You'll also get, when it bothers, opportunities to expand your reach with the 15 in 2 challenge. Now, most of you have taken part in a challenge, but I'll explain more about the challenge and the next challenge itself in a moment. But it's a way of collaborating with other members to increase your reach. It's a way of improving your post quality, because as part of the Mastermind group, when there's a challenge coming up, we can look at your post as one of the questions asked in the Mastermind call. So you can make sure that your post is going to be really have a real high impact. And then there's the Linked Business Mastery Program, which is my online program, which is being revamped and rewritten as we speak, and is going to include all sorts of additional modules in there compared with the previous versions. And that will mean that you'll put marketing at the heart of your use of LinkedIn with comprehensive how-to resources. There'll be strategies and tactics discussed in that Linked Mastery Program. There'll be free access to members of the Linked Business Mastermind after you've been a paying member for 3 months. Or if you want immediate access, once it's available, you can pay for 3 months in advance and you'll get instant access to the Linked Business Mastery Program. And that will be available from the 1st of August. Okay. So a little bit more about the 15 in 2 challenge. The next challenge is coming up, coinciding with the launch of the Linked Business Mastermind. So it's on the 1st of July, that's next Wednesday. The objective is to get you more views, likes, and comments for your LinkedIn posts. And your commitment is to write one interesting post for your target market, to have it ready by 11 o'clock next Wednesday. And then you will like and comment on posts from 15 other people within a 2-hour window, and also go back in and respond to the comments that other people have left on your post. And when's that happening? As I say, it's all happening next Wednesday from 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock. We'll run it through Membervault, as we've always done with these challenges. This will be the 3rd challenge we've run. We'll run it through Membervault, and on there is additional modules to help you with understanding challenges and understanding the benefits for your program. So you go to Membervault, you click on the double lines there, and you click on Linked Business, LinkedIn 15 in 2 challenge. Click there and sign up. And away we go. You don't have to sign up again if you've already taken part in a challenge before.
Alan, you're cracking up, my friend. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Is that any better, Kim?
Yeah, for the moment, but then it seems to be all right for a little while and it cracks up.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I will, there's not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. Everything seems to be going haywire with my PC.
Alan?
Yeah?
Not everyone is on mute. I've just unmuted myself to say this, but if everyone else can mute, because I keep getting other people's faces pop up whenever you disappear.
Right,
so I think everyone's on mute, it will be fine.
Yeah, if everyone could go to mute, that would be great. Thank you. Good suggestion, Nikki. And I'm actually going to turn my video off to see if that helps as well. Okay, so yeah, so the first thing to do is on module 1 is to go in there and do the module 1 first in the course, join the Facebook group, check you can get access to Google Sheets, and plan how you're going to interact for the day. So when you're going to write your post and get it ready, and make sure that you've got in your diary the 2 hours blocked out from 11 till 1 on Wednesday of next week. The other modules that are in there, there's exploration of challenge cause, which is a hub session I ran. There's another session to talk you through the background and set out the timetable. Then the challenge is explained. Then there's a post on there about a video on there about creating a great post, and also some extra advice and guidance on how to include special characters and stuff like that. Then there's all about challenge day, and we will have a post-challenge review and follow-up call. I've got to update all of the dates on this. I've been struggling so much with the technology with my laptop, as you can see, that the dates are a little bit behind on there at the moment. So I've got to update that on Member Vault. It's all about leveraging LinkedIn's algorithm. If we get, if a post gets 15 unique comments, 15 likes, and you respond to those 15 comments within 2 hours of being posted, you get a huge boost from the algorithm to increase the reach of your post. And I know a significant number of people that have taken part have seen at least a doubling of their reach, and often 5 to 10 times more reach for their posts through taking part in the challenge. So that's why we're going to run these every twice a month as part of the Mastermind group, so that we can all leverage and get much better reach for all of our posts. And it automatically gets boosted. So just a timetable reminder, you write a great post that will be of value to your prospects. You have it ready to post. You don't post it. You have it ready to post, have it in Word or Notepad or something like that, and then post it 11 o'clock on Wednesday, and then copy the URL, post it into the Google Sheet. You'll then get access to 15 other URLs to do your liking and replying to by 1 o'clock. And that will then kick in the algorithm. So all are happening on Wednesday, the 1st of July. And I'll run a pre-call on the Tuesday to get everybody ready and answer any questions, look at anybody's posts that they want advice or guidance on. So we'll do all of that on the Tuesday, and we can do all of that through the LinkedIn group as well. So what does this all mean? You get weekly calls, you get additional web-based sessions, you get the private LinkedIn group, you get 15 in 2 challenges per month. You got the LinkedIn Mastery Program access after an appropriate time, and you get continuous learning and improvement of your use of LinkedIn. And the launch price is just £25 per month. And that's fixed for launch members until the 1st of January 2021. So there'll be no price increase for anyone joining now at this price until the 1st of January 2021 at the earliest. I might put the price up later in the year as people begin to realize the value that they're getting out of this group, but you won't pay an increased price until the 1st of January 2021 at the earliest. And your first payment isn't due until the 1st of August. So the process is, if you wish to join the Mastermind group, you need to send me a message either on LinkedIn or on email to me. I will send you a link to go cardless. And on the 1st of July, you need to set up a direct debit payment through Go Cardless for £25, payable on the 1st of the month. And if you set it up on the 1st of July, it won't then be taken until the 1st of August. If you try and set it up before then, it will try and take the money on the 1st of July. And that is not my intention. I don't want you paying until the 1st of August. I want you to see the value you're going to get out of this group for a month before you actually start paying. But I do need you to set up that direct debit payment on the 1st of July so that it's payable on the 1st of August. And then that gets you access into the LinkedIn group. And you'll be taking part in the challenge on the 1st of July anyway. Do we have any questions?
I've got a couple, Alan.
Let me just stop the sharing, and that might actually ease the bandwidth issues. Go ahead, Tim.
First one is how did you find out about the algorithm? And are you aware of other people doing that sort of thing?
I am aware of another person doing that sort of thing. They have a what they call a LinkedIn post club, where they run, I'm not sure if they run it weekly or monthly, but they're charging £95 plus VAT for membership of their LinkedIn post club. And all they're doing in there is posting. They're doing one challenge a week, I think it is, and they're charging £95 a month for that.
They need to be careful because LinkedIn will spot that, and they don't like pods being overused, do they, Alan?
Well, LinkedIn have rules against automation. And whilst they will tolerate a small degree of automation, so for example, if you may have come across the Google Chrome add-in called Dux Soup, DUX Soup. And it allows you to go and automatically view other people's profiles and do various other things, depending on what level of, if you go for the free one or whether you go for the paid one. There are also other automation bots out there. I get plagued with people that are using automation to do a search for people that are coaches, and then they immediately send me a link or an offer to they connect with me, and then the first message afterwards is an offer to help me build my business by creating connections on LinkedIn, which is clear that they've never read my profile because they'd realize that that's what I do. And that sort of automation is strictly against LinkedIn's terms and conditions, and they allow it to happen if it's not abused. So if there's a limited number of automatic messages being sent per month, but if you overstep that mark, or they decide that they see that you're doing it, they will stop you. They will block your profile. You will lose your profile and all the connections. So we don't fall into that category because we're not actually using any form of automation here at all. The only thing that's automated here is when you put your URL into the Google Sheet, it automatically shares it to 15 other people's page in that Google Sheet to tell them where to go and make the comments. Everything we're doing is through your own IP addresses. So if LinkedIn were to spot that there seems to be a lot of content being generated and they did an investigation, it's all perfectly within their terms and conditions.
Alan, do you know how to stop it happening though? I mean, I get people, I'm a venue obviously, and I get people asking me if I would like to rent some office space. And I've seemed to have had a few of those, and there's nothing in my profile that would indicate, well, on earth I'd want office space, but I just wondered if there was a way.
Well, are they people that you're connected to, or are they sending you connection invites? Or is it
exactly that? Right, they're sending me a connection invite,
and then the first thing you get is a message. Yeah, all you can do is if somebody does that to you, you have the option of saying no, you don't want to connect with them, and then LinkedIn should give you the opportunity to say you don't know that person. And I would encourage you to click "I do not know this person," because if you get, they're called DNKs, DKNs rather. DNKs, get it right. Keep smiling there. And if you get too many DNKs, LinkedIn will suspend your profile and stop you from sending out more invitations. So
they're kind of personalised invites, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And you just think, but you're literally pitching to me when I'm not even connected to you, and I have no interest in what you're doing.
Yeah.
They found you, Nikki, because you have those keywords in your profile about office space and renting it out. But so their bots have found you and they
I
send
haven't
you
got
that.
anything like that.
You must
No,
have something about
well,
renting the space, surely.
Yeah,
No.
your venue is
No?
there about renting
Yeah,
out the
venue, but
Yeah,
there's nothing about renting
but
space.
no, but what they're doing is they're using keyword search, and
Yeah.
they're automating that keyword search, and then they're tailoring the message based on what they see on your profile in an automated fashion. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it apart from keep reporting those people, because that's when LinkedIn will start looking at them and say, "Well, these guys seem to be automating. We'll ban them." And that's the only way you can do it. Yeah.
Could I recommend, Alan, that you perhaps put in your profile, perhaps in the about section, I do not accept any offers of office space rentals, so please do not contact me. And then at least you can refer them back to your profile and say, well, if you read my profile, you can see quite clearly that you are actually doing something I've specifically requested not to, and try and shame them a bit on that basis.
Yeah,
Well, I
that won't work, Keith, because they.
Well, it won't work, but
you're
covering your back then, aren't you?
Well, I'd just block them. I'd just block them.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? No. Okay. Right. So the task then is to message me if you would like to join, so that I can send you an email with the link to create the direct debit on the 1st of July. If you want to, and I will be sending out to everyone that's attended and and everyone that's also been on the 15 in 2 challenge before, all the details of this in an email over the weekend. So sign up for the challenge. Let's crack on and get another challenge going on Wednesday, and then join the Mastermind group as of the 1st of July. And we'll be holding the first call this time next Friday. And I hope to have a more reliable PC in situ. All the calls will be recorded so that you can watch them back through Member Vault. But I'll be explaining all of that in the detailed document I'll send out over the weekend.
Could I just ask, Alan, are you going to have your meetings at a fixed regular time of your group?
Yes,
every week, or
every Friday at 12 o'clock.
Right.
Unless I get a bunch of people together and they all turn around and say, no, we can't do Friday at 12 o'clock. We want to do it another time. But I've tried to pick a time when there's less chance of other networking and business meetings going on. And Friday at 12 seemed to be a reasonably good time for that.
Yeah.
You'll never satisfy everybody.
You won't, Alan. I'm a member of Woking Chamber, though, and I don't know if you've got any other Woking Chamber of Commerce members, but we meet once a month on a Friday, 12 till 2.
Yeah.
And that's virtual at the moment rather than in person. But just so you know, there will be one before I can't.
Whenever I run it, there'll be times that people can't attend, but all of the sessions will be recorded, and members will have access to all of those recordings through Member Vault. So you might not be there to ask a question or listen to the question and answer session live, but you'll catch up. You can catch up at any time at your leisure.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Alan, can I just make one suggestion about your problems with your machine? Are you hooked up to your router via a cable or wireless? Because sometimes it could be your wireless connection causing your issue.
I was connected via a cable when it was causing problems, but that's through a sort of display replicator as well. So I've taken that out now, and I'm now running off the wireless connection. And the wireless connection seems to have been a lot more reliable, but thanks for the thought, Damon.
I was going to say, I normally plug, because my desktop hasn't got wireless. So I have a cable into the back of that, and I normally move it to my laptop for Zoom calls just because it is more reliable.
Somebody look at my laptop, and we conclude actually the processor just hasn't got horsepower anymore with Zoom. It's in its revised form. Zoom went to version 5. They seem to have consumed a lot more system resources to run Zoom. So I've got to change. I've got to use a PC with a different processor. More cores are required, I'm afraid.
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
He's got a cracked laptop.
crap top he's got, basically. I think we all have.
Yeah.
Alan, incidentally, following up on that thing about getting the spam automated calls, I got one yesterday, messages. I got an invite yesterday from a young lad who works for a sales company, exactly that, saying, hey, we can help you get more customers as a coach. So I then spent some time, I sent him a message back saying, you're just completely wasting your time on LinkedIn sending this sort of stuff out. You should be starting conversations, blah, blah. And he came back and said, oh, I see all of that.
Looking for, anything in particular, or?
An answer came there, none.
Hello?
He's taking his headphones off.
Maybe
Alan?
we should do this by sign language.
Yeah. I'm learning sign language at the moment, so.
I also bring back the telex.
Hello, are you there?
He's gone.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so let's leave.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I'm going to leave and look forward to joining you.
No, we've got 2 hours now. This is terrible.
The laptop with the ghost done that I need to do on a laptop. It's just hard to screen share on an iPad.
Oh, and now we're hearing it twice.
I'm leaving.
All right. See you guys.